our second investigation will be among the same thing. We're still investigating. We're thinking that still a Yeti, maybe. The Yetis did not prevail in the first game. We're calling Yetis because it's in theme, but we're just calling them werewolves. Nice. So we'll see if they can prevail in the second investigation. In further investigations, we'll move away from Yetis and explore some other possibilities. But for this one, let me pull something up real quick. In the middle of a night, a mysterious transparent meteor has fallen near the campsite where you all have settled in these northern Ural Mountains. The leader is the one who must go to this meteor and decide what to do with it. So I need everyone to go to sleep real quick. Everyone go ahead and close your eyes except for Alex, the leader. Everyone's eyes are closed. Alex, I'm going to give you your 3 choices of what you would like to do with this meteor. You can just tell me 1, 2, or 3 using your fingers. Okay, thank you. Everyone can wake up. In this second investigation, we will have an unknown number of werewolves, an unknown number of villagers, a bodyguard, sorry, before I tell you one more thing, we're going to do one more vote in the village. And villagers, would you like to hurt the village or help the werewolves? Those are your 2 choices. Do you want to hurt the village or help the werewolves? You're going to give me one of those 2 choices. We can do thumbs, actually. We'll do thumbs. We'll do thumbs. That'll be easier. We're going to go up to hurt the village. Down will be to help the werewolves. Up will be to hurt the village. Down will be to help the werewolves. You have no other information about what that means outside of that. One more time, up is to hurt the village. Down is to help the werewolves. Go ahead and show me your choices, please. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up. So down it is. We're going to help the werewolves. Okay.
I was going to say, I felt like those are both basically the exact same thing.
As I win, tells you lose.
Yeah, yes. I was like...
Very good, but you were choosing between 2 things and you made the choice. Thank you. You will have an unknown number of villagers, an unknown number of werewolves. You'll have a bodyguard in this game. You will also have a seer in this game. The seer will wake up and ask if someone is a werewolf, and I will say, yes, they are a werewolf, or no, they are not a werewolf. However, since you have decided to help the werewolf team, there will also be a wolfman in this game. The wolfman will be a werewolf. They will be on the werewolf team. However, if the seer asks if that person is a werewolf, I will lie to the seer. I will say, no, they are not a werewolf, even though they are, because they look like a regular person. And you will have a beholder in this game. The beholder will know who the seer is. That's all they'll know. They'll know who the seer is. The seer will not know that that person knows. They'll just know that someone knows. Are there any questions before I assign the rules? Okay, you can talk amongst yourselves and I will assign the rules.
We decided good because Wolfman is almost no difference to a werewolf at our level.
Well, what do you think hurting the village could have been that would have been worse than that?
Cursed.
Yeah.
It's been a lichen, I think.
Cursed, or maybe even...
No, cursed is definitely helping the werewolves more than it's hurting the village. But lichen maybe hurts the village.
Really does? Is it so? I'm not sure.
I was hoping there was a
You get
person
an
in last
extra
game.
member on your team. Yeah, I think that's pretty helpful.
I thought
Yeah, but
Hurt
the
might-
village loses. Village loses actually a member of the team.
Well, this is a zero-sum game, but
I know.
I mean, I know we might get this game an extra.
We could have
werewolf,
had maybe no seers, for example,
but
or
with
no
the seer
beholder.
and with the seer and the beholder, it definitely feels like we should have an even stronger village this game.
Yeah.
Sorry, they said there is a beholder and they know who the seer is.
I mean, I was
Yes.
basically a seer in the last game.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry. You almost made me die now.
Put your horn away.
Right. If you do not put your thumbs up, please. If you did not receive a message from me, it is because you are a villager. You do nothing but try to help the village find the werewolves. If you are a werewolf or a wolfman, you have received that message. If you're a bodyguard, you have received that message. If you're a seer, you've received that message. If you're the beholder, you've received that message. And I believe that is it. Are there any questions before we begin? It will be the same setup as last time, 3 nomination. We're gonna do 4 minutes, then 5 minutes, then 6 minutes, and then 7 minutes, and then 7 minutes from there on out. All right, then good night, everyone. Can I get my werewolves to wake up, please? Werewolves, you should see this many of you. Go ahead and wave so that you know where one another is. Thank you. Can I get my bodyguard to wake up, please? You're not going to act tonight just so that I know who you know who you are. Thank you. Think you can go to sleep. Can I get my seer to wake up, please? Seer, you will act tonight. When you show me a name, I will give you a thumbs up if they are a werewolf, a thumbs down if they are not a werewolf. Remember, there is a wolf man who is a werewolf, but I will give you a thumbs down for them. Thank you. All right, everyone can wake up. I need to send a message, so I'm going to give you a 5-minute day. You have 5 minutes.
So Davey doesn't send messages to villagers, and that's how PJ caught last game.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so awful. I feel sorry for you, PJ.
what are the messages that the moderator would have to send based on last night's actions?
It's not based on last night's actions. I think he has to tell the
beholder wake up.
Who the seer is, who the seer
They
is.
didn't do the thumb up. Okay.
Beholder.
Yeah.
Dobro požalovat.
So Alex, help us.
It is day 1, comrade.
Well, Eddie and me
There
had
will still be
werewolves
time.
day 1, so.
I'd like to nominate Anna. She looks really tired and sleepy. I think she's been trying to kill people all night. I can see it in her eyes.
That is a nomination and a second for Anna. Anna, you have 1 minute to give your defense.
I was stuck on the tarmac in Detroit yesterday for 2 hours after my flight. I didn't go home till after midnight. Anyway, I am a hiker or villager, whatever you want to call me. That's all I got to say.
All right, this is our first nomination. It is for Anna. If you keep her alive, you have 4 minutes and 12 seconds left in the day. It is up to save Anna, down to kill Anna. Go ahead and vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 down. That is not enough. Anna's still alive. You have 4 minutes and 12 seconds.
Larry's just bitter.
I went for the flick theory. Anyone who talks about real life must be evil.
Well, I think
Anybody else?
if my past experience is anything to be tested, I think Anna is always a werewolf.
She has a
It's
long
not
history of
true.
being a werewolf. Alex, do you want to give us any insight on what happened to the invisible rock from space?
Niet.
Yet? Not yet? You'll do it
Not
later?
yet.
means no.
Into Russian.
Are you cheering for Magnus Carlsen, Alex?
Duh.
You do know he's going against a Russian.
He's the only chess player that I know.
Okay.
Lauren, why do you think Larry's being so suspicious?
I don't know
Oh,
any of
good.
you.
I actually find it very
Who's Larry?
suspicious.
Oh, okay.
I'm new too, so it's
Oh,
you can pick on me.
yeah. Then I'm with Larry on this.
I actually find it very
Newbies need to
suspicious
stick together.
that Graham keeps throwing out names all the time. I think he's a wolf.
You would never do that as a village.
Are you good this game, Chris?
Yes.
I've seen Graham do that as a wolf, by the way, because it
Yes.
like it doesn't really help much, to be honest. I don't think. No offense, Graham. I don't think you get much out of that. Like, Alex, what do you think of PJ? Like I mean, especially like when it's completely random.
You get humor.
I think sometimes it helps to break off if people are going in circles, but
Right. Yeah.
Barbie, what do you think of my playing today so far?
I am not going to step into that hole anymore.
I think someone is fishing for compliments for Big Boat.
We've only had one nomination so far. We can only have about a couple of minutes left.
2 minutes left.
Two.
I'll nominate Graham, sure.
A second.
Nomination and a second for Graham. Graham, you have a 1 minute defense.
Yeah, I'm not a great kill, but based on the fact that I was only really targeting villagers last game, it wouldn't. I don't think it'd be the worst thing if I were gone. Yeah, I'm not a wolf.
All right, this is our second nomination of the day. It's for Graham. If you keep him alive, you have 1 minute and 48 seconds to get one more nomination in. Up to save Graham, down to kill Graham. Go ahead and vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. I see 1, 2, 3 down. That is not enough. Graham is still alive. You have 1 minute 48.
I feel like you usually give more substance, Graham, but I didn't want
I
to
agree. That's
vote
almost.
down yet.
But we've only had 4-minute day. Like, I don't.
Oh, Anna's defending me for once. That's what makes me suspicious of her. But
Well, Anna was defensive of a couple people last time, and she was good.
I know.
So I didn't want to. Because at first I thought that too, like when you were reaching for Alex's defense, but it turned out it was
I
warranted.
thought he was last game. I thought he was the bodyguard from almost. I don't know, like at the beginning of day 2, the way he was acting. I didn't think he was bad. So.
So PJ, since you're the only person we definitely know we are not going to kill today, do you have anyone you want to put on the block?
1 minute.
1 minute left.
9.
9 people? Well, you can't put up 9. See, I could nominate someone, but I don't like necessarily.
Wolf.
Alex, I think I trust you the most because if I was the seer, you're the one I'd always look at because you got that extra tie break vote. So say something.
Did Jerry get a wolf?
Something.
Back to back?
Jerry, are you a wolf?
No.
Are you happy?
Yes.
I don't think we're going to kill a wolf day 1 again.
knows?
Well,
Unless,
then
unless
let's
we
not kill
nominate
anyone.
Anna.
Why? I'm not a wolf. My goodness.
I'll nominate Anna.
There's a nomination and a second for Anna. Anna, you can give your defense.
I'm a hiker, you guys. Going after villagers.
All right, this is our third and last vote of the day. It's for Anna. No matter what happens, we'll go to sleep. It's up to save Anna, down to kill Anna. Go ahead and vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 down. That is enough. You have killed Anna. Anna was a werewolf. Good night, everyone. Strong start. Can I get my werewolves to wake up, please? Just so we're all clear, I know this is out of order. Technically, the bodyguard should go first, but I don't care. Thank you. Can I get my bodyguard to wake up, please? Who would you like to protect? Thank you. And can I get my seer to wake up, please? Seer, who would you like to check? Thank you. Everyone can wake up. Last night, Alex died. Alex was on the village team, and you have 5 minutes.
Well, unless Josh is super Wolfman and playing the super long game, I trust him 100%.
Oh, don't do the 100%.
It wouldn't be the first or the fourth or the 10th time that Josh has outed or nominated a wolf on day one.
In the last second. In the very last second.
I feel like that would be a really odd play.
I mean,
No,
I'm willing to go with that until Josh uses it as a defense in the final 3. But yeah.
I just want to say I'm not necessarily suspicious of him right now, but he
Not
does
in the
things
last
like
second.
that.
I don't think a wolf would ever do that in the last second. Ever.
Josh would do it. I'm convinced he would. But I'm not suspicious of him right now. I just want to say he would do it.
Quick question, because I was not here. Who nominated Anna the first time, and who
I didn't.
You did, Larry?
Yes, I nominated her. She sussed me out the first game, so I had some revenge to take in.
So it's petty revenge.
Yes, it was revenge. I admit it.
Yeah, but first nomination doesn't count really for me.
Well, it does for a new player like Larry, I would say.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Larry would. He says he loves werewolf, but would a werewolf?
Well, not this game. I don't like werewolf this game because I'm a villager.
Yeah, Lucas.
No, I mean
is
you
that
love the
first
game.
nomination of the game.
I
or
love the
first
game.
nomination of the day?
What did you say? Sorry.
Yeah,
Is that the first nomination of the game or the day that doesn't count?
First of the game.
Jesse, when I nominated Anna, you were just like, no. You put your thumb down, and didn't you vote up for Anna?
Yeah, because from my perspective, what it was Anna's, what the talk around the room was, Anna's always a wolf. Let's just vote out Anna. And I feel bad. I always kind of, I don't, especially like, because I feel she was a wolf in like all those games you guys played. That last time there was Legacy, she was like a wolf like 20 times. And I'm like, oh, that's not a good reason
Really?
to get rid of Anna. Like, just
Poor
because she
Anna.
often gets wolf. Like, so I was like, I'm not going to vote down on that. But I did miss stuff, and you guys are right. So whatever. I didn't even like her defense that much. I thought it was not much of a defense, but I just felt bad.
I nominate Jerry.
I have a nomination, a second for Jerry. Jerry, you can give your 1 minute defense.
Okay, I'm on the village team. I did not get a message, and Anna didn't seem to have the normal energy, which I thought maybe she was wolf, but the fact that she didn't have a normal gusto, but then she said she was tired, so that's why I didn't really think much of her, as in being a wolf. So the people that voted up on Anna were Christopher, Chris R, and Jesse, and then all that talk around Anna, Jesse was kind of rambling quite a bit and like eking out quite a lot of the time, so that makes me a bit sus of him. But I am good, and don't kill me.
All right. This is our first nomination of the day. It's for Jerry. If you keep her alive, you have 2 minutes and 36 seconds left in the day. Up to save Jerry, down to kill Jerry. Go ahead and vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 down. That is not enough. Jerry's alive. You have 2 minutes and 36 seconds.
Sorry, you voted up for Anna. I didn't notice that.
Who?
Chris R.
Chris
Oh.
R.
Did you hear
I
what
did.
Lucas asked you?
Yeah, I did. Like I didn't really know where the suspicion came from. Like I didn't have personal suspicion there.
Okay.
PJ, is there anything you want to say now that you're available to kill?
9. No.
This is the second time you use German. Is this a hint as a seer that Chris R is a werewolf?
I wish. That would have been really smart on my part.
Are you outing our seer, Lucas? Come on.
I mean, Lucas, you also speak German. Like, come on.
What? No, do I look German? Seriously.
Well, Lucas, I'm a German American. I'm a Larry Schmidt, but I'm a second generation German American.
So it's Larry.
It's Larry.
No, it's not me. I sussed out Anna already.
Happy Luciana.
Do we hear from Flick? I don't think Flick is unmuted yet.
I don't really have anything to say, to be honest. I think the first game kind of wiped me out, surprisingly. I've sort of mostly been listening. I wasn't too sure about Jerry's defense there, but also it was the first nomination, so I didn't really want to vote down. But that's kind of where I'm at.
Nominate Flick.
You can go ahead, but like you'll just be killing a villager.
Oh,
We have 1 minute left.
There's a nomination, a second for Flick. Flick, you can give your defense. You have 1 minute.
I'm a villager. I'm a bit tired. I can see where people are going with Jerry. You'll realize you've killed a villager if you vote down. I don't really have anything huge other than I can see kind of where you're going with Jerry. Didn't usually like the defense, but we had time left. So that's why I voted how I did. I don't really have much to say. I'm just tired.
All right. This is our second nomination of the day. We have 53 seconds left if you keep Flick alive. It's up to save Flick, down to kill Flick. Go ahead and vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down is not, I don't know how many do we have? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
7 and 5
down is enough. You have killed Flick. Flick was on the village team. Good night, everyone. Well, congratulations, village. You've killed your first villager of our investigations. Can I get my werewolves to wake up, please? Do we agree? Okay, thank you. Can I get my bodyguard to wake up, please? Thank you. And can I get my seer to wake up, please? Thank you. Everyone can wake up. Last night, Lucas died. Lucas is on the village team, and you have 6 minutes.
We have 1 werewolf that died and 2 villagers that died, right?
Yeah.
3 villagers. We've had
3
2
villagers.
nights.
Oh yeah, 3. My top 2 suspicions right now are Jerry and PJ.
I'm a little suspicious. I'm starting to get a little suspicious of Josh and Larry, which is crazy. Because why is Josh still alive? If I was a werewolf, I would have killed Josh by now. Do you think that they are thinking that maybe you're protected or something? I don't know.
Why would you have killed Josh by now?
Because his Anna something. He seems to know some, like, I don't know. I just like feel like I don't know. Like I'm a little worried, and also Larry's voted down and nominated like everybody. Like I don't know. Something's up. That might have...
It's aggressive play. It's fine.
Okay. I just want to point it out. I
don't see Larry targeting Lucas. I could see Josh doing that, but I'm trusting Josh more than the rest of the village at this point. I could see Barbie doing that. I could see Elliot doing that. I could see Jesse doing that.
I was just about to say I could see Jesse doing that.
PJ's like, me too. I could do it. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not
Okay,
sure
well-
Josh is good.
I mean, I think PJ and Jerry are top of my sus list as well,
They are.
but then Flick was top of my sus list, and you know how that turned out.
And I voted up on.
I
I
actually
voted
thought
up
that
on
was a
Flick.
bit suspicious that you vote. Like, I felt like the nomination for Flick came out of nowhere, or at least for me. Maybe I missed something, but like, I don't know.
One of Flick's tells is sometimes when she starts to give slightly long-winded explanations of why she's not on form and doesn't give any reads of how she's feeling about anyone, that's because she's a werewolf and doesn't want to say anything of consequence. That's where it came from.
I just was suspicious because Anna was tired, and then Flick said she was tired. I was like, maybe all the werewolves are just tired. So the next person that yawns, I'm gonna kill you.
Night or during the day? This is an important distinction here, Christopher.
I think we're going down a rabbit hole with dead players. This needs to come back to who was the.
I agree. Jerry, do you want to convince us not to kill you?
I'm trying, but every time I breathe, you don't seem to think I'm bad, but I am good.
I'm more suspicious of Barbie this time than Jerry. I feel like the vibe I got from Barbie last time is completely different than the vibe I'm getting this time. And it's not, I don't know, it's just something, an aura you give off of werewolf versus an aura of villager. I don't know. Like, I think, I don't know.
You can always tell if Barbie's bad based on her defense.
Yeah,
So-
Barbie, were you the one that held up Lucas's name, or did you just agree to someone else's choice?
Josh, what do you say?
I
Anna?
don't wake up at night, so I'm not holding
CCMF.
anything.
Great.
Well, are we going to nominate somebody tonight?
Yeah, today, yeah.
Right.
Who should we nominate?
I'm going to nominate PJ. I have not heard nearly enough to convince.
There's a nomination and a second for PJ. PJ, you have 1 minute.
I'm just a plain villager. I'm most suspicious of Jerry and Josh, and then probably Larry, and if neither of them are werewolves. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
All right, this is our first nomination of the day. It's for PJ. If you keep him alive, you have 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in the day. It's up to save PJ, down to kill PJ. Go ahead and vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. 3 down. PJ's still alive. You have 2 minutes and 13 seconds.
I did want more time, but I didn't find that very convincing.
I might be paranoid here, but I would just wonder if Josh could throw a second werewolf under the bus. I don't.
Josh, you can do no right by us.
Yeah. Do you think Josh's middle name's Connor?
I mean,
More
Josh does look the
I've
most
never
like a
Josh and
werewolf.
Connor, they
He's got the
go.
most hair going on.
Lauren, do you have any suspicions so far?
I'm just
What are you
trying.
thinking?
I'm just trying really hard not to yawn. I've felt like I had to ever since Christopher said that. So, no, I've got nothing. I don't know any of you, so it's really tricky to know tells and everything else.
If you had to kill someone between Barbie and Jerry, who would it be?
I don't know. I don't know. If I absolutely had to, maybe Barbie.
How much time's left? 1 minute. I'll nominate Barbie.
There's a nomination second for Barbie. Barbie, you can give your 1 minute defense.
All right. I actually am inclined to trust Josh because, like Lucas also said, I don't think he would have done what he did like 1 second before the day was going to end, nominating a wolf. Other than that, there's not a lot that I'm certain of. I feel like Elliot's nomination of Flick seemed weird to me, but I did kind of like his rebuttal on that. I am not a good people reader, so I don't know about Jerry. She could be a wolf. I think it's entirely possible, but I'm not someone who can say that for sure. I feel like Jesse is someone who's kind of like, I can't even quite say what it is, but he's like a little bit standing out to me. Other than that, I really don't know. I feel like Josh and Graham I'm inclined to trust just based on nomination.
All right, that was your minute, Barbie. It is our second nomination of the day and vote. It's for Barbie. If you keep her alive, you have 51 seconds left in the day. It's up to save Barbie, down to kill Barbie. Go ahead and vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down, and I don't know, but 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, that's enough. You have killed Barbie, and Barbie was on the werewolf team. Good night, everyone. All right, can I get my werewolves to wake up, please? Werewolves, who would you like to attack? Very well. Can I get my bodyguard to wake up, please? Bodyguard, who would you like to protect? All right, and can I get my seer to wake up, please? Seer, who would you like to check? Thank you. And everyone can wake up. Last night, Graham died. You have 7 minutes.
If the seer is still alive, it may be helpful if you have good information. Obviously, there's a, you could have checked dead people. That's not helpful, but. Or if the beholder wants to confirm that the seer is dead, that would also be helpful.
Or confirm that the seer is alive and not tell us who it is.
True, I guess.
Nothing else, the beholder's a cleared villager.
Well, that's unfortunate. I guess we'll assume that they're both dead.
I mean, the seer could be holding back, but the beholder, there's very little reason why they would.
How many werewolves have we killed? 2 or
2.
2.
Yeah. So there's probably at least 2 more.
Yeah, I would say so.
Looking at you, Jesse. Looks...
Yeah,
You think I? It's funny. Yeah, I'm like,
I've played.
I'm like, Josh is
where
throwing other werewolves under the bus. I'm like, you think I would throw other werewolves under the bus? I'm not like Josh. But no, I nominated Barbie. I had a very strong feeling she was bad, and I'm starting to get on the PJ train as well. I do feel guilty about he's so young. I feel bad about killing him, but I think he's a werewolf again.
I mean, I'm not getting off the idea that Josh and PJ could both be wolves. I'm not convinced about it, but it's in the back of my head, and it comes it surfaces again. I'm not getting off of that.
The scars, Chris. The scars.
Yes.
I want to go to Lauren. I think Graham
Lee,
kind of
I heard that.
questioned. Well, Graham
yourself.
asked about Lauren, so I'm just gonna nominate Lauren. Right here, defense.
There's a nomination and second for Lauren. Lauren, you can give your defense. You have 1 minute.
I don't have much of a defense. I think I honestly, Graham had been talking to me, and I think that was probably to sort of get me involved, and I appreciate that. I've kind of, my voting has been sort of on and off in this. I was trying to do some information gathering by saying I was most suspicious of Barbie, but then voting not to kill and then kind of see what happened and who voted where. But I realized there would be reasons why wolves would vote to kill, so that doesn't give me a whole lot. And I'm just just trying to keep myself afloat here. I don't know how many villagers are left. I am a villager, so it would be a shame to be killed, but maybe not the end of the world. Or maybe it would be, maybe I'm important. I don't know.
The end of the world for you.
All right, this is our first nomination of the day. It is for Lauren. If you keep Lauren alive, you have 4 minutes and 37 seconds left in the day. It's up to save Lauren, down to kill Lauren. Go ahead and vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. I see only one down. Lauren is still alive. You have 4 minutes and 37 seconds.
Good defense, but the social cues I'm picking up tell me you're bad.
That's interesting. When I actually am bad, I don't know, does it make sense to keep that consistent or to do it differently? Can I ask, just on that last vote for Barbie, who the sixth person that voted to kill Barbie was? I only wrote down Jesse, Jerry, Christopher, Josh, and Larry. I missed one.
Might have been Graham.
Might have been Graham? Okay. That would make sense.
Yeah, Graham's quite an aggressive player generally, so it makes some degree of sense.
I voted down because when Jessie pointed it out, I did notice that she was acting significantly different from the previous game too. Like her energy seemed a little different, so I trust that Jesse's not a werewolf throwing another werewolf under the bus, unless he's just playing me. But I am inclined to trust Jesse. I'm kind of inclined to trust Lauren as well, having been recently like a new player and like trying to figure out people's read. It is really, really difficult to even have anything to say when people call you out to talk about people and you don't know anybody. So I think she's being genuine in her communication. I don't think she seems suspicious to me. I don't know about Josh or Elliot. I'm kind of suspicious of them, and I don't know what it is, but something about that side of my screen it's giving me weird vibes.
I mean, it's great. Y'all can keep being suspicious of me. Werewolves keep me alive, and I've killed enough werewolves now that
I would just, I don't know. I feel like I trust Jerry. I don't know. I'm getting, well, that could be wrong, but I'm feeling I'm getting good vibes from Barry. And I agree with Lauren, and I thought what Christopher just said makes sense. I think PJ's bad. I think Chris R might be on something on the Josh PJ train, and Josh was upset when we went to Barbie instead of PJ, because now it's like he's down to just the two of them, and he's already thrown PJ under the bus. And I would just caution whoever's left in this village. If me or Chris get killed, remember Josh. Like I don't know. I feel like it's like a lot of new people are left, which is good. I love to see new people at the end, but I feel like you're killing all the regular players, and Josh has been on fire, but he's still here for some reason. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I fully think they're gonna leave me right to the end just because they're gonna guess that I'm gonna ruin it for Team Village, and like
have faith in
honestly,
yourself.
it's like
It's hard. It's hard.
I think I could get behind Josh or PJ.
I'd prefer to do
Oh,
PJ first. I think
PJ?
PJ's, I feel like, voted the wrong way.
I nominate PJ.
There's a nomination and a second for PJ. PJ, you can give your defense.
I don't have really anything to say. I'm a plain villager. I'm pretty sure that all of my reads have been bad so far, so I guess if you want to vote me out for that reason, it's a pretty good reason.
This is our second nomination and vote of the day. It's for PJ. If you keep him alive, you have 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the day. Up to save PJ, down to kill PJ. Go ahead and vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is enough. You have killed PJ, and PJ was on the village team. Good night, everyone. Can I get my werewolves to wake up, please? Werewolves, who would you like to attack? Thank you. Can I get my bodyguard to wake up, please? Bodyguard, who would you like to protect? Thank you. Can I get my seer to wake up, please? Seer, who would you like to check? Thank you. And can I get everyone to wake up, please? Last night, Christopher died. Christopher was on the village team, and you have 7 minutes.
I was just gonna say I was almost a little sus of Christopher for potentially trying to hip pocket me for trusting me, and now I feel really bad. So Christopher was genuine. Thanks for that.
Oh, I'm mad. I trusted Christopher, and that whole theory is wrong. And now I'm suspicious of Chris R, who I was trusting. I don't know. I've been talking too much. Other people should talk.
Yeah, that's what I was starting to think, is whether you were starting to
I mean,
direct things in the wrong direction.
Josh is doing this all the time, and I'm still not off Josh completely, even though my theory of them both being wolves was wrong, but he could still have thrown Anna under the bus day one.
Just a quick two.
I don't think Josh is my biggest suspicion at the moment. I don't.
I think the only thing, the other side of the Chris R theory is Jerry and PJ are, no offense to either of you, are excellent like scapegoats that people try to get out sometimes because they'll like jumble their words or not give the best defense or whatever. So like I think a lot of times wolves go to Jerry and PJ because they'll just think they're like an easy person to get people to vote out sometimes. I don't know. But I'm also suspicious of Larry. Was really talkative at first and he's really quieted down a lot.
I was noticing that too.
I'm scared because as villagers, we got off to a great start. We got 2 of the werewolves out quickly. Now we've got 4 villagers out. So it looks like we've probably got, I mean, there's 2, 4, 6, 7 players left. So it sounds like of these 7, 2 are werewolves and 5 are villagers. So I thought as villagers, we got off to a great start, but now the werewolves are coming back. I'm kind of like at this inflection point. I'm like taking this back, I don't have a lot of confidence of who to vote out next.
Larry, you're a wolf, aren't you?
I'm a villager. I said
I said at the very beginning, I was like, okay, then I'm with Larry, and I'm still alive.
I'm a little bit more on Jerry, I think, but Jerry, Larry. Oh, hey, they rhyme. Hey, Jerry, then Larry.
Oh, you've only just twigged that.
Yeah.
They were both wolves last time.
Then Lauren, then Elliot's been kind of aggressive, makes me think that he's a villager, but I don't know. He could also, you can't be too trusting of Elliot in game. He's a minion, so.
Thanks.
I wish there's no seer, no beholder. Like if you're the beholder
What-
and the seer's dead, like that would be great for you to come out with.
Even a bodyguard coming out right now would give this information.
Because I want to at least have, like, I feel like I trust Lauren the most, but she could be playing an excellent, like, great first game. But I feel like I trust Lauren the most, and I want to trust more of you.
I think
Just to put it out there, I've been thinking, I mean, how many players did we start with this game? We had a couple more than the previous one,
19,
didn't we?
or 8? Oh, no, that was how many
15.
are in the room. Yeah.
I mean, we had 4 werewolves the last game. To only have 4 this game when we've added in a seer, we've added in a beholder, and we added in 2 extra players. I'm worried we could have 3 werewolves alive at this point.
No, those numbers are way off.
Well, I would
one's a
very
wolf
much
man.
like to get it right. If
I mean, me too.
And the only person I feel really good about is Jesse, but I'm still on Josh, and the others are like, I'm not sure about them.
How
But I
about
think
this,
Jeff is
Chris?
good.
Chris, if we're in final 3, you can totally vote me out, and it's fine. But I promise you, I actually am on the village team. I think I'm more concerned about Jerry and Larry because they have been sitting back the last 2 days, not saying anything, not really contributing. Whereas at least
Well, no,
Jerry,
yes,
Jesse, and
yes,
Chris have at least been pushing the conversation forward.
I think PJ being good does make me trust Josh a bit more, just some of all the dynamics. I get where you're coming from on Jerry and Larry, and I have to say, Jesse is either
Minion.
he's either good and just been a bit wrong in a couple of places, or he's a werewolf masterminding, if you know what I mean.
Thanks, Elliot. You just confirmed yourself as a villager minion who is now trying to just talk. So I'm going to nominate Jerry. She's my biggest suspicion.
A
There you
second.
go.
Nomination and a second for Jerry. Jerry, you can give your defense.
Okay. So I am on the village team. I have been quieter than normal just because I've been listening a bit more. And I still think that Jesse is bad, simply going back to day 2 or day 3 when he just gave a really long, rambled out defense and tried to kill up a load of the time. I did vote up to say Flick. I wouldn't have done that if I was a wolf. That was too easy. And I really thought she was good. I voted down on Anna. Again, the people who voted up on Anna was Jesse. And I trust you, Josh. I really do think you're good. And I believe Lauren is good as well.
All right, this is our first nomination of the day. It's for Jerry. If you keep her alive, you have 2 minutes left on the clock. It's up to save Jerry, down to kill Jerry. Go ahead and vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. 2 down, Jerry's still alive. You have 2 minutes.
I think I know you distrust me a lot, but that makes me. I think you're good. I think it's your rhyming counterpart, Larry. I think Larry's bad. I'll nominate Larry.
No, I'm a villager.
I have a nomination and second for Larry. Larry, you can give your defense.
Lauren. I'm a villager. You know, I nominate Anna. Our first vote, we kept her. Then we voted a second time and realized she really was a werewolf. For Flick, I voted up, and she was actually a villager. For Barbie, I voted down, and she was a werewolf. For Lauren, I voted up. I'm not a werewolf. I'm bald. Don't have any hair. Not a werewolf. I'm a villager. Telling you.
All right, this is our second nomination of the day. It's for Larry. You have 1 minute and 42 seconds on the clock if you keep him alive. Up to save Larry,
Villager.
down to kill Larry. Go ahead and vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is enough. You have killed Larry. Larry was on the village team. Good night, everyone. Can I get my werewolves to wake up, please? And who would you like to kill? I'll need a consensus. This is very important. Thank you. Everyone can wake up. Jesse was the last kill, and Elliot, Chris R, and Jerry were the werewolves that were still alive.
Ooh, that's
I knew I'd be the
Davey.
last one. Thanks so much for letting me
Nice.
be there at the
Very
end.
nice.
Over the rules real quick. So Barbie was the wolf man. Elliot, Anna, Jerry, and Chris R were regular werewolves. There were 5 wolves. That was because of the village's great success on the first day. Alex was your beholder, and he was the one that chose to give the asteroid to Lucas, who was the seer. So Alex chose the seer. He didn't know he was choosing the seer. He just knew that he was going to give it to someone. He could have left it where it was. You would have had a different seeing roll. He could have thrown it in the river. You would have had a different seeing roll. So because he chose to give it to Lucas, Lucas became the seer and Alex was the beholder, because obviously he knew who he gave it to. Christopher was your bodyguard. He protected Josh, Elliot, Jesse, and then Jerry. And Lucas is the seer, got that Alex was not a werewolf, Jesse was not a werewolf, and Chris R was a werewolf, but then he was killed, so he couldn't come out with that information. The werewolves killed the beholder, and then the seer back to back, and then one other random kill, which was Graham, and then Christopher, so they got out the 3 major roles pretty quickly. You get to vote on the MVP. I forgot to mention last time, it has to be from the winning team. So it has to be either Barbie, Elliot, Anna, Jerry, or Chris R. So let me know when you're ready to vote for that.
Can you repeat that?
Yep, you're voting between Barbie, Elliot, Anna, Jerry, and Chris R. I'll tell you what they get. I'll tell you one other piece of information, and then we'll be done with the legacy game. If you want to stick around, maybe we'll have enough people for a random game that I do not want to moderate, but I'd be willing to play. Looks like everyone's ready. Flick, Larry, are you guys ready? Larry, are you ready? All right, go ahead and show me your names, please. Let's see. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Jerry. Looks like that's Jerry for sure. All right, Jerry. You have body armor that will protect you from any sort of weapons that this village may find in the future. Jerry, it only works for 1 game. It works for the whole game, not just one time during that game. It only works against weapons, not against werewolves. So any guns or knives or anything that we might find, you have to message me at the beginning of the game or at any point in the game when you would like to use it. And I will not tell you or anyone else that you have it again. So remember that you have it, and remember that you can use it 1 game for the whole game. Any questions about that? All right, and then the last thing I need to tell you is that today it has come, I don't want to say it's come to my attention, but we're going for thematics, we will say it has come to my attention that there's a saboteur among you. There is a villager who has been helping the werewolf team these past 2 games. They've known who the werewolves were and did their best to help them and did their best to stay undercover. Now, you will have to try to fish them out next week. And if you don't, they're going to continue to try to help the werewolves team. The longer they stay unknown, the more helpful they will be to the werewolf team with each investigation. So that's where we'll leave it. Thank you so much for playing, and I hope to see you guys all next week.
That's awesome, David.
Thanks
Are we
for
allowed to ask
moderating.
questions about that?
Awesome.
You have a general question? I'm not going to give too much
Are you saying
information.
the saboteur was a villager both times?
I did not say that.
Okay.
Okay, I think we can cross Jesse off that list.
Did they know?
That was
they
my
actually in these
question.
games?
They did know, yes.
And yet, why didn't you vote for yourself? I thought you nominating Flick and then getting Flick killed was game deciding in this game.
I was personally hurt because I am genuinely tired.
Yeah, I was so shocked.
I literally just finished isolation at midnight last night, and I still have post-viral fatigue, and it's just like tired, dead.
Yeah, but it was an easy kill.
What? Elliot, oh my god. Flick.
I will say I protected 2 werewolves, so it was probably my fault that the village lost.
Flick.
Thank
I
you
was
for
just
that.
trying to protect all the veteran players. So I know they're the ones the werewolves try to kill, and so I was trying to. I started with Josh because he died so early the last game, and so I was like, let me protect him. And then when he didn't die, and I didn't protect him any night after. I was like, he must be a werewolf. Why aren't they killing him? So I
Yeah.
think he was a
Sorry,
werewolf.
Josh, and sorry, Larry.
And Jerry, I only protected because I trusted Jesse so much, and Jesse trusted Jerry after that last day. So then I was like, okay, Jesse trusts her. I trust Jesse, so I'll protect her. It was between her and Chris R, who both are wolves anyway, but.
I voted for you, Jerry, because you fooled me the most. I was the least, like, I kept saying how I thought you were good.
I voted Chris R because I was
Good
surprised
job.
she didn't come up with suspicion for anyone, because I feel like people always accuse Chris R as being a werewolf. In that round, she never got sussed out. I called out Elliot. Someone else called out Jerry at some point. But.
Oh, Josh called that. Josh called out me.
Yeah, Josh, you were on fire too. Like, you were voting up on PJ, voting up on Larry. I'm like, what? It's just Josh. No, like, how is he? Like, I don't know. It just like I felt like they were
Body
both very
language, man.
suspicious, and you voted the right way both times. I was like, how? I don't know. Yeah, that's why I was like,
Jesse, I had no idea why you were suspicious on Larry, like at all. I never had any reason to believe he was bad, especially going after Anna and her dying day 1.
So he was quiet early on. No, I'm sorry. He was vocal early on, got quiet. And so I was always thinking that like maybe a Wolfman trying to get Anna out early so that way he gets checked by the seer. And now that he's lost a couple of werewolf buddies, you know, it's getting down to crunch time. So
His body position changed.
I know people like. Sorry.
Like he started, he was like staring square at the screen, and then as the game progressed, he had like this villainous turn, and
Oh,
I
and
was just
Andreas
like,
with the
he's
head tilt.
gaining confidence in his wolvery. I don't know.
I know people like these crazy theories of people, you know, for example, Wolfman. But did this ever happen? I've seen quite a lot of plays, and I know Connor definitely is a very scary wolf, but not even he would do this play, you know?
well, so Larry being newer, I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I would never think that you would do it, Lucas, but like I'm
Chris
not
R.
in the minds of the newer players yet. So
I would like to ask, would you think Josh would do that in real life? Or I mean, obviously you knew he did not do it, but do you
I
think
would
it's something he would
yes.
do?
Yes, that's why I said it. That's why I was so confident, because I would believe it as a villager, definitely.
If you've got someone who's already drawing a lot of heat, it actually isn't that big a deal to do so.
Yeah, sorry everyone.
Yeah.
It's when someone does it on someone who's drawn no heat at all so far that it says a lot more.